Yes, people, welcome back to another video on Thai Sports. Make sure you smash a like, make sure you subscribe, because it looks like there has been some movement in terms of Xavi Simons to Chelsea. And the reason for that is RB Leipzig are looking at Liverpool's Harvey Elliot and bringing in the 22-year-old midfielder to the German club. It's a move that I see makes sense. It's a move that I see materializing. And it's a move that potentially gives Chelsea the green light in bringing in Xavi Simons, because we already know with a lot of clubs looking to sell their best players, well, not looking to sell, but if their players are looking to move on, it's about replacing them. And maybe Leipzig are going with the attitude of, right, okay, who can we replace Xavi Simons with? We're going to look at players we can target. And it looks like they've nailed themselves down to the England under-21 specialist, and that is Harvey Elliot from Liverpool. And fair play to him, because if Harvey Elliot does look to move and go away to Germany, we're seeing players like Jadon Sancho, Gittins, Jude Bellingham, other players, Maitland-Niles go to Lyon. We've seen players go abroad, a la Aina from Nottingham Forest. He went to Torino, went to Italy and stuff like that. We've seen these players go abroad and they have excelled. They have shined. They've done well. And whether they come back to the Premier League later on in life, then bless me, that can happen. But I think in terms of like the football that Leipzig want to play, the age profile that Harvey Elliott is and what they're trying to do and what they're going for, I think this is a move that does make sense. I really do. You look at Leipzig in the formation, they play with a 4-2-2-2, sometimes a 3-4-2-1. And in all of those formations, Harvey Elliott fits the profile. Xavi Simons is a small player, just like Harvey Elliott, low center of gravity, can dribble, can carry the ball, can score, can create. And ultimately, Harvey Elliott is looking at it as, I want to play first team football. I want to be starting week in, week out. He done an interview literally, I think yesterday after the Liverpool game. And he come out and said, look, respectfully, I've got to weigh up my decision, because I'm at an age now where football is a short career. One injury can change a lot of things. I want to develop, I want to progress, and I want to be playing week in, week out. And if I ain't going to get that game time at Liverpool Football Club, I've got to really consider my options. And I get that. At the end of the day, you've got to be fair as a football fan and look at it and say, yeah, do you know what? You want to be playing as much as possible. You want to be on an upward trajectory, especially at that age of 2022. All it takes is one or two bad seasons and you're back fighting for your place. You're maybe at a mid-table club. No, you want to be trying to compete for your England international spot, World Cup year, and playing in Germany at a good league in the Bundesliga at a level that Leipzig play at, competing for the top four, and hopefully trying to challenge in maybe the next 2 or 3 years. Why not Harvey Elliott? Why not go there and try and see if you can showcase your talent? The link has come here from Florian Plettenberg, obviously a very reliable German source. He says Harvey Elliott is very high on RB Leipzig's shortlist, as revealed days ago. Several clubs are interested in a 22-year-old Liverpool midfielder, but Leipzig are pushing the move. Clubs are in contact. Elliott has already spoken with Oli Werner and Marcel Schaefer as per the transfer market. So this is not something that's just come out of nowhere. It's something that's been bubbling. It's something that's been brewing. It's probably something that Harvey Elliott has been considering, because look, at 22 years of age, coming from London, moving to Liverpool, that's already a big move when he moved there a few years ago. He's now won the league. He's now at a level where he feels like he can be playing football every single week at a decent standard. And he's got to make a decision of whether he wants to move to Germany or not, because some players might get homesick. There's a lot of factors that, come into it. So he's got to make sure it's the right move for him, because at 22, it is kind of a vital move, because 22 to 25 for an attacking player, attacking midfielder, winger, is big in your development. It's where you can showcase and establish yourself as one of the top elite players in Europe, elite talents in Europe. But I do think Leipzig are a type of club that favour younger players. Look at Lois Apenda, you look at Timo Werner, you look at Benjamin Sesko, who's going to leave. You look at other players, Hadara, that's come through the club there. Danny Olmo, another one that was at Leipzig and went on to Barcelona. Harvey Elliott can use this as also, yes, I'm getting regular football, but at the same time, I could also then leave Leipzig in a few years at 25 years of age, for example, say we stayed there 3 years or 2 years, and go and then elevate and go to a bigger club. Not back to Liverpool, but another competitive Premier League club or a team across Europe. So it's not like it's the pinnacle for Harvey Elliott. It's probably the right stepping stone in terms of, yeah, he's at Liverpool, comes down a level a bit to Leipzig, but then he excels, he plays regular football, and then he goes back up again, but even higher than Liverpool because he's at Liverpool, but he's not a starter. Mo Salah's staying there for a year or two. You know, they've got Florian Wirtz, they've got Szoboszlai, they've got Ekitike, they've got Gakpo, they've got Rio and Guma coming through. So competition for places is going to be hard, and Liverpool are going to want to continue to elevate as well. But if he's not getting the game time, Harvey Elliott can't technically elevate his game. So that is going to be very interesting to see how that develops, because what that will then do is free up the move for Xavi Simons to Chelsea. That's what it looks like it can do. You know, you look at Xavi Simons and his profile and what Chelsea are looking for, and it's clear Chelsea are looking for someone that can play in sort of that number 10 in that pocket. They've made it clear that they want Xavi Simons after getting Jarrell Hatto. And it's a deal that I can also see being done because obviously it goes hand in hand. Elliot to Leipzig, Simons to Chelsea. Chelsea are still waiting for Leipzig to respond to their offer. And the Blues now want to meet the German club's asking price. I understand Leipzig want Harvey Elliott as a replacement. So there you go. It's a domino effect. And this is the right move for then Chelsea to complete their summer transfer window. Jarrell Hatto just coming in from Ajax, left back, left centre back. Cole Palmer can play on the right-hand side. They're still looking at Garnacho. But, you know, Xavi Simons can play in essential areas. And when you look at the profiles of players that want to go for, you know, players that are good in tight areas, can carry the ball, good 1v1, low centre of gravity, can score and create. Xavi Simons can bring that to Chelsea. And it frees up Cole Palmer to play centrally or out wide. It allows Enzo and Xavi Simons to potentially play forward in the advanced areas. And then you've got Reece James joining with Moises Caicedo or Lavia in midfield. I think this is a deal that I can see happening. I think the domino effect of Harvey Elliott wanting to leave, going to Leipzig, guaranteed first-team football, frees up Chelsea to go and buy Xavi Simons. And I think this is a deal that works for everyone, if I'm totally honest. I think Xavi Simons, again, with Jarrell Hatto, his Dutch contingent player, they could be there together. Xavi Simons wants to come to the Premier League. He's been at Leipzig a year or two. And I think the move does make sense for all the parties. The only caveat, which I find really interesting, is with James Maddison potentially now injured long-term for Tottenham, could Tottenham make a move for Harvey Elliott and then throw a caveat in there? And all of a sudden, Xavi Simons might not end up fully going. Are Tottenham the type of team, if Harvey Elliott stays in the Premier League, that they could look at? Because they like their number 10 sort of players. You know, you've got Kulusevski, who's injury prone, but he's a very good player. You've got Maddison struggling. You know, when you look at their Bergvall and Bentancur are more central midfielders. Matisse Tel's a left winger / striker. Solanke's a striker. Odebert's a winger. Could Tottenham, with Champions League football and needing some more depth in their squad, go for Harvey Elliott for around 40, 45 million? I think he'd be open to returning to London as well. I think this is a move that would definitely appease Harvey Elliott. I don't think it's the type of move where he'll be looking at it and being like, nah, do you know what? I'm not interested in Tottenham. Because you've got to think about it as well. The coach they've got now in Thomas Frank, proven Premier League coach, this is someone that, you know, you'd want to play for. This is someone that you know is proven to get the most out of his players. And Harvey Elliott could be another one that could excel under Thomas Frank. Variety of formations as well that Tottenham play with a back three, sometimes under Frank, and potentially a back four, which then frees up space in midfield and stuff like that. So watch this space. I do think Harvey Elliott is going to leave Liverpool. Whether it's Leipzig or Tottenham, I don't know. But the Leipzig move makes sense with a space occupied by Xavi Simons, who would then be free to move to Chelsea. And like I said, Harvey Elliott can then progress his career, elevate, and in 2-3 years' time, move from Leipzig and go to a bigger club. And that's no disrespect to Leipzig, but the move makes sense. So let's watch this space. It looks like Leipzig are making their move for Harvey Elliott, freeing up Xavi Simons to make the move to Chelsea. Guys, make sure you smash a like. Make sure you subscribe. I think this whole package makes sense. But will Tottenham put a spanner in the works? Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.